I know these games aren't supposed to mean anything. And I also said that this bucket wouldn't go on my head again this year. Well, I felt like it was needed tonight. Jays blow a 6-run lead and lose 10-9 to the Philadelphia Phillies, but more importantly, Kyle Schwarber, who was an absolute mutant. 3 bombs, was 5 for 6, drove in 6 runs, scored 4 runs, just a monster. What else can you say? This was just painful. Like, when you went up 6-1 early on, let's be honest, you didn't feel comfortable. Because you know what that offense can do. Kyle Schwarber homers on the first batter of the ball game. Make it 1-0 Phils. That's all they score. They don't score anymore, even though, Trey Turner doubles the next batter, and you're like, oh boy, here we go. But that's all they score. Bottom of the first inning, George Springer singles. Varsho drives one to center. It's a 2-run shot. You got the lead. Vladdy singles to left field. Spencer Horwitz then doubles down the left field line. Vladdy up to third. Well, Wagner to an RBI ground out, scoring Vladdy. It's hey, you got the lead. It's now 3-1 Blue Jays at this point. Then Alejandro Kirk singles to center field. In comes Horowitz, and you continue to lead. Barger, 2-run shot off the top of the wall and out, scoring Kirky. And the Jays lead it 6-1. We're feeling pretty good. However, Chris Bassett then allows Nick Castellanos to hit into a fielder's choice. Kyle Schwarber comes in to score because was that when Vladdy fell ass over Tit? No, that wasn't that one. That was later on in the ball game. Who cares? There was just, I think there was that Addison Barger error. I don't know. And Bryson Stott, it's an RBI double. And then it's 6-3, and you're like, okay, well, this is not good. Top of the 4th inning, Kyle Schwarber goes deep for the second time today. And it is now 6-4. But then, bottom half of the 6th inning, Vladdy comes up, hits a 2-run shot. We're feeling pretty confident. Up 8-4. Actually, might see my math. I said we had a 6-run lead early on. We did not. My math is always horrific. Anyways, Vladdy goes deep. Great stuff. You're up 8-4. Feeling pretty confident about things. Top of the 7th inning. For the love of God, the wheels fall off the bullpen. I mean, what else is new, right? What do you expect with one of the worst bullpens in baseball to go up against one of the best offenses in baseball? Yeah, it's not going to go great. Right? They bring in Zach Pop. He hits Nick Castellanos and gives up a double to Bryson Stott. Just like that, they're second and third, nobody out. Now, he gets JT Realmuto to strike out. But they bring in Eric Swanson, who proceeds to walk Brandon Marsh to load the bases. Then walks Edmundo Sosa to walk in a run. And Cody Clemens hits a ground ball. Great play by Ernie Clement to dive at third base to get Brandon Marsh at third to get the second out. They bring in Genesis Cabrera, and Genesis, gets the ground ball. Vladdy can't make the play. Then he falls ass over tit, right? And he can't make the play, which he probably should have made the play. And they counted as a single. There was no error on the play. And Edmundo Sosa comes in to score. And just like that, it's an 8-7 freaking ball game. It's right there now. Right? The wheels have completely fallen off. The bullpen continues to blow. And wow. It does not feel comfortable. Right? And then, top of the 9th inning, Chad Green. Last time we saw Chad Green, he gave up a big-time shot to, who was it? Royce Lewis in Minnesota. And he gives up a single to Edmundo Sosa, a double to Cody Clemens. And just like that, you're at the top of the lineup with the guys at second and third. Nobody out in the tying run 90 feet away. Yeah, this is not going to go well. Kyle Schwarber puts up a really good fight, gets a meatball at 97, and crushes into the seats for a 3-run shot. Lovely. And now you're down 10-8. Leo Jimenez, shout out to him, hits a home run off of Matt Strom in the 9th inning to make it 10-9. And that's all she wrote. Wow. I mean, the Phillies scored, 10 runs? They had 18 hits. They squandered so many other opportunities. They could have scored a lot more runs in this ball game. Jays had 9 runs on 16 hits. It's a fine offensive day for the Jays. But the bullpen is just pretty pathetic. And Chris Bassett was just in and around danger all afternoon long. But he gave you a chance, right? 5 1/3, 4 runs. It's not great. But he did a job. He left with the lead. And the bullpen, as per usual, coughs it up. All right, let's go to the pitching staff first. Chris Bassett, like we mentioned, 5 1/3, 10 hits, 4 runs, 3 of which were earned, 7 strikeouts, and he walked 2. You cannot give a team like that extra opportunities, right? Barger makes an error at third base coming across. And, yeah, you give this team extra opportunities, and they'll find a way to kill you. They will. Brandon Little went 2/3 of an inning, allowed a hit, but got a strikeout and nothing more. And Zach Pop went 1/3 of an inning, hit a guy, gave up a hit, 2 runs were earned, got a strikeout, and that's all she wrote. And Eric Swanson, for the love of God, faced, was it 4 guys? No, 3 guys? Who cares? He went 1/3 of an inning, walked 2, and he gave up a run. Yeah, it's not great. Henderson Schwarber went an inning and a third, allowed 2 hits. I believe one didn't leave the infield. What happened to the other one? I can't remember. Regardless of that, he was good. He walked a couple guys, but they were in fine situations. I was okay with the walks when he did walk them, and he got the outs when he needed to, so he did a job. And obviously Chad Green in back-to-back outings not being any good. 2/3 an inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, all of which were earned. Struck out 2, but he allowed a 3-run shot to give up the lead. Ryan Burr, whatever, gave up a hit in his 1/3 of an inning. That's all she wrote there. It was pretty pathetic. Offensively, let's talk about it, because let's be honest, at this point of the season for this Blue Jays team, you got to find positives. George Springer, 3 for 4 with a couple runs scored, no walks, got on base 4 times, so good job for Georgie. Dalton Varsho, 1 for 5, but who cares? It was a 2-run shot, so good for Dalton. That's homer number, was it number 18 that one for Dalton? Yeah, homer number 18 for Dalton Varsho now on the season. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. had an incredible day, and another reason why this team needs to sign him to keep this organization relevant. If you want to be competitive next year, he's got to have a contract. I mean, obviously he has one into next year regardless, blah, 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 but you want him long. He's 25 freaking years old. Like, what are we doing here? 4 for 5, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, a home run. He had 2 singles, a double, and a home run. He's hitting .328 with a .401 on base and went into play today with a .951 OPS. And you already know that's going to skyrocket over .960 after play today. He's going to be around 30 home runs. He's going to be around 40 doubles. He's going to be around 100 and 100 when it comes to RBIs and runs scored. He's going to strike out probably less than 100 times. He's going to walk probably 60 times. I mean, what else do you need to say? It's incredible. Spencer Horwitz, 1 for 5, scored a run, had a double. Will Wagner had a 1 for 5 RBI. Kirky went 2 for 5 with a run scored and an RBI. Addison Barger, before he left the game, with unfortunate, it was a knee issue. He left the game with a knee issue. He went 1 for 3 with a run scored. Obviously, the 2-run shot that he hit, so good on Barger for that one. Hopefully, he's okay. Leo Menace came in for 1 at bat and went deep, so you like to see that. And Ernie Clement, 2 for 5. And Joey Loperfido, he had that little hot streak. It's now gone south pretty quick. 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts in the 9-hole today. But yeah, it's a good offense. It's a great team over there. You got to move on to tomorrow. Just get this season over with, right? Christopher Sanchez gets the ball for the Phillies tomorrow, and a very interesting one for Blue Jay fans is Bowden Francis got named AL Pitcher of the Month. He goes up against one of the most prolific offenses in baseball tomorrow night at Rogers Center, or sorry, tomorrow afternoon. It's a 3:07 first pitch. Christopher Sanchez, Bowden Francis is the matchup there. Can we split? We'll see. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the game, because, well, if you're a Phillies fan and loved it, I guess you can smack that like button. And if you're a Jays fan, you didn't like it, you can hit that like button as well, because support is needed after this. It's therapy for me. Hit that subscribe button. You guys not done so already. Comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Jays edition, the freaking finale of this 2-gamer at Rogers Center against the Phillies. Christopher Sanchez versus Bowden Francis. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and not the game, because it blew. We'll talk to you guys then.